with that in mind, let's get into like fucking MJF's response and LuFisto's response to his response that Hairline sent me. And then I want to talk about AEW botches and AEW neckbeards for a second. Give my thoughts on that.
God. Do you have to?
Yes, I do.
You have to.
Yes, yep. Hairline, and you can't. This guy's calling me biased about Jericho. I call Jericho the GOAT. I call him the demo god. But Hairline can't hear a little bit of truth. A little bit of truth, man.
No,
it sucks.
No, it's just, man, there are supporters.
I know, and I support them too, dude. I like and retweet their shit more than anything. I can support something and be critical of something. Vince McMahon's a perv and Tony Khan's a mark. See? You can be critical of things you love. You can fucking still call it like it is. So AEW botches, AEW neckbeards. I'm going to be a little critical, y'all. He still loves you. Yeah. We love you. That will never change. Anyways, get Asuka in here. No, get MJF in here because we are going to get into his shit and then LuFisto's response to his shit. And she had a whole essay prepared because he criticized her as well. Shout out LuFisto. Shout out MJF as well. But he's simping for the locker room. But I think this is sort of gimmick shit. I really do. He's trying to be, because you know how he's like the heel baby face right now? I think he's doing heel baby face shit on X.
He acts like he doesn't care about the locker room, but he does, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to put in the backstage,
yes, that's why, man. Yeah, it's the whole like, I'm gonna go to WWE. He's gonna stay in AEW for a long time. He'll go to WWE like at the tail end.
He's not going to WWE.
Yeah, at the tail end of his career, he'll have his WrestleMania moment. He'll be the biggest guy in the world, all that type of shit, you know? Here we go. So, Hairline, are you ready to see what Maxwell Jacob Friedman had to say?
Yeah, sure. Adam Cole's best friend.
So,
Adam Cole's going to ruin. I don't mean to sidetrack you, but Adam Cole's totally going to fuck up the friendship, not MJF.
So, LuFisto had this, like, report, this essay she wrote, like, ready to go for the next time MJF said some type of shit, right? She had this ready to go. This is what MJF tweeted, presumably about the Cash Wheeler incident. He says, kind of disappointed how many dorks there are on this app that jump to conclusions so quick. A ton of people's privilege is showing. We're all human. We're all flawed. We all make mistakes. Take it from a guy who's made more mistakes than most. I've had my ups and downs with FTR, but Cash Wheeler is a great dude and a badass. You're getting FTR versus Young Bucks in front of 80K plus on August 27th. Talk about that, you dweebs.
Smart plug.
MJF's doing this thing where you marks are literally cheering for him, and I'm one of them, but you're cheering for a scumbag piece of shit who's rubbing in your face that he's a scumbag piece of shit, and look at you're cheering for a scumbag piece of shit. What does that say about you? That's what he is doing to all of. That's why he's doing kangaroo kick. He's like throwing in your face how fucking dumb and childish fucking wrestling fans are, you know?
Especially the AEW ones.
There you go, dude. And it's not that he doesn't like you guys. He's not doing it to be like, fucking see, dumb fucks. But it is a masterful troll to where
that's a rip.
See, Jim Cornette's going fucking MJF's ruined to me. And I was almost in that camp. Off pod, I was telling Hairline, I was like, this is getting too goofy for me. But it's just the genius of what he's doing that I can't help but fawn over, you know? Now LuFisto responds to this with a fucking essay, like a whole report she had written up.
Yeah.
Like she was
ready.
This shit has bulletin points. There's shit emboldened and highlighted and fucking she's got it broken down 1A fucking subsections. Woo! And
no, you don't want it with LuFisto.
And do you know what drives her crazier than anything? I promise you, is the fact he doesn't even acknowledge her to her.
I doubt he read this.
That shit drives women fucking crazy. No, he read it, and then he just laughed and closed his phone. Like we still use flip phones. He pressed the button on the side and it went click. But yeah, we have other things trending right now on Twitter, so we're gonna do this or X, pardon me. So we're gonna do this LuFisto shit, and then we're going to just look at more news. People love our news episodes, and dude, shout out our last episode. Shout out us. Shout out Hairline and Phil at PWT Pod, because bro, our last episode, one of our biggest yet, another hit show. LuFisto, at LuFisto. Dear MJF, Hairline, I really got to read this whole thing, don't I? Dear
Yeah, you
Mr.
do. So let's go.
Friedman. Oh, God. Dear Mr. Friedman, 2 weeks ago, I too was very disappointed by how many people were jumping to conclusions so quick. Yes, we're all human. We're all flawed. And we all make mistakes. I had my fair share. I wasn't blessed with much luck or what you call people's privilege. Okay. But I did my best, learning through trials and errors, falling down and getting back up to try again and again and again. I knew I would be criticized for sharing my personal story about what happened the day I walked in the AEW women's locker room. However, I never expected that tweets from you and your colleagues would lead to harassment and death threat messages that are still going to this day. LuFisto,
Yeah,
we love you, but I know that's the internet, bro, and it's internet. I know it's dumb, but you think
get that
Maxwell?
too.
Do you think MJF don't get death threats? We get death threats.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we get them every day.
Yeah, so it's just like we don't. There's no,
you make X mad.
Yeah, dude. It's true. I didn't make it to the big leagues. You don't have to remind me. I know it. It doesn't mean I deserve to be called miserable. And in bold, man, she got. Woo! So she's emboldening. Damn, she did a good job though. Like this is very professional. Yeah, I may know a thing or two. Yeah, I may work in the world. Yeah, where this is very well done. Like I'm sitting here going, I love it, because even if you were to skim read or fast read, people go, oh, you learn how to quick read or whatever it's called. You're getting these points here, and this is what he said in his tweet about her. So she says, it doesn't mean I deserve to be called miserable. It doesn't mean I'm not good enough. It doesn't mean I'm difficult to work with. It doesn't mean I'm delusional. I mean, like, damn, you let all that shit get to you way too much. You know, if you're gonna talk shit, you got to be ready for people to talk shit back. You know.
Yeah, she was ready, man. Yeah. She typed this that night.
You can call me many things, but what I'm not is a liar. If anything, my big mouth and need to call out things the way that they are has been my undoing in an industry where silence is expected to keep your job or get one. I mean, I don't know, like MJF says the craziest shit and he works it into a part of his job. So you got to look at his perspective. He's going, well, what do you mean? Like, I literally go on TV. I say Cody Rhodes in WWE. I call Tony Khan a fucking mark. MJF calls the shit out all the time. He tells everyone they're fucking marks and, oh, you want to see flips and shit. So, I mean, you're literally preaching to the choir to him, LuFisto. I'm sorry. That's why he doesn't care. You got to let this go. Deep in your soul, LuFisto, you're an OG. We love you. PWT loves you. I know that this hurts you, that he said some shit, but you got to understand. You got to let this go in your soul. Like, and he doesn't even care. He'd probably meet you and shake your hand in real life. Good standing up for yourself. Just retweet him and go, yo, I stand by what I said. Fuck you if you don't agree. Shout you out for fucking standing up for yourself. But damn, I don't know. MJF it's almost like he's working, bro. Like, I don't even believe he doesn't even care that much, dude. This is just a way for him to be tweeting about what's relevant while still standing up for the company and his, you know, like the people that are the reason he gets his big paycheck. Like, regardless, that's the other thing. Regardless if it's 500,000 people watching every show or if it's 2 million like WWE, those people are the reason who buy his shirts and shit, or the reason, you know, he has a living and shit. So, like, yeah, defend them, bro. I get it. Anyways, though, you can call me many things, okay? And it sounds so. Quote, if someone's been in professional wrestling for over a decade and you find them to be talented, but they've never truly panned out, there's a reason for it. So she's quoting MJF. My intergender matches were bad for TV. My hardcore matches were too violent and didn't present too good image of a woman. I was too thick for the cookie sheets model types they were looking for. When I felt something was wrong, I would speak, argue. Therefore, I was labeled as a problem. When you are the only girl on the roster, it's a curse. Today, everything I described is praised. No, I'm not crazy, but yes, I have struggles. Yeah, and you were ahead of your time, without a doubt. Without a fucking doubt.
Yeah.
Maybe now that times have changed, don't be bitter that the times have changed, because times, they are changing.
Yeah, she's definitely taking a lot of this personal.
Yeah, like too personally. Bro, it's the old Biggie sketch, Notorious B.I.G., the mad rapper. And what fuck is that? Fuck is you talking more John Blaze? Is that? Who is that? I'm more John Blaze. Take someone like Shayna Baszler, right? She was on the Ultimate Fighter reality show, and she was being coached by Ronda Rousey, and she's fighting in the tournament, and she's sitting there cutting the promo but it's real life. This isn't wrestling. This is the Ultimate Fighter. And she's going, they just, and Shayna Baszler's like 30 fights deep at this point. She's like, they just don't know. She's like, they don't know where women's MMA start. She's like, bro, how big it is because of Ronda. And if they seen the fights I've had in the parking lots, in the front of the supermarkets for no money, peanuts, fighting the best in the world, Olympic silver medalists with fucking holes in the canvas. She's like, and look at where it is today. Ronda Rousey, you know? And then what did she do? Shayna transitioned into pro wrestling and made something great of it. Like, Shayna was ahead of her fucking time. What I'm trying to say is don't become Mad Rapper, become Shayna Baszler. Go, listen, man, I did the fucking fights in the parking lots for no money. You know, that's all I'm saying. LuFisto would make a great, like, a woman at NXT teaching, produce, like, or maybe not producing, but like behind the scenes, working with women, working with talent backstage at AEW or something instead of burying the locker room being bitter. So, yeah, you know, so shout out LuFisto, but goddamn, you know, this is a lot to just respond to a tweet about, you know? Anyways, but you are right. You were ahead of your time. You were doing intergender. You're doing hardcore for a woman. You were the only woman. Parlay that into something. Teach the next gen what you did wrong so they don't do that wrong, you know, and just be positive about it. That can be your everlasting imprint instead of some bitter shit. I think that's all MJF or anybody really is trying to say. But anyways, I'm not crazy, but yes, I have struggles. I took strong Unbreakable, and to show that nothing was affecting me, I kept everything to myself. Okay, now this is your own personal mental struggles. I go to a show, wrestle, and leave it right after. I don't mingle and don't have very close friends. I have panic attacks and and God bless you for that. We all have these issues, and like, yo, that shit sucks. And we were talking about it earlier. There's more of this plaguing the world than ever in modern times. And I think the internet and social media is a huge part of that. I'm definitely not looking for attention. I just love wrestling so much that I still push through, still after 26 years. But all that, you wouldn't know. You never actually sat down and talked. I know I didn't get anywhere. And today, well, I'm too old. It's not about being brave or not. I'm brutal. Okay, I had my ups and downs. Sorry, Hairline, I'm skimming through this. Like, I already took a lot on this, and it's a lot to, like, bro, I don't need to get into her personal shit. You just dumped her whole...
Yeah, her whole, like, past 5 years.
Like, I don't need
how much you got left?
A lot, dude. Like, this is I know, dude. This is a whole second page. I'm definitely not, quote, trying to hurt and working talented people on my way down to obscurity. Your words encourage your fans to tell me I'm a nobody that wasted 26 years of her life, that I should disappear or jump off a bridge. Yeah, that does fucking suck, and fuck those fucking people. Okay, we'll say that. You and I met maybe 2 to 3 times. There never was more of a hello, nice to see you, how are you? Yet you felt the need to belittle me as much as you could cover. Was it belittling you, or did he defend the company he works for? You have to understand that too, right, LuFisto? You have to, even if he doesn't believe in what he said, he's just batting for his team. Anyways, and for what? Because of the harassments, threats I received following your messages, I made the decision to stay home last weekend, not wanting to be burdened on my life day at Blitzkrieg Pro and Beyond Wrestling. Okay, with your $1,000,000-something contract, you probably couldn't care if you miss a day or two of work. Life will probably go on for you and your friend. Now 80K. Now she's talking about money in 80K. However, this indie lifer, even if I have to do a shoot job, losing bookings can be the difference between being able to live comfortably. Words have consequences.
Jesus.
She's talking about her shoot job, judging someone without knowing their story. The support you showed your friend Cash is admirable. You know him, so you might know why. I work for a detention facility, so I'm aware that such actions are way too complicated to comprehend quickly. There are many factors. Okay, I really wish you would have had the same grace and common courtesy towards me, especially since maybe the next time it happens to someone else. You will. Okay, but here's the thing. He flashed a gun and you trashed the company he works for. So, yeah, I don't know, Hairline. You talk. I've been talking too long. I've been talking too long entirely.
No, man, it's all good. I just wanted to break this down for the listeners and whatnot, because, like, fucking, I don't know how many people, like, you don't hear a lot of people covering LuFisto's side, you know, so we just wanted to fucking get both sides of everything out there. I guess to nutshell it, man, like, all that sucks that all that happened to her, but, like, God, I'm not trying to be mean, but you know what I'm saying? Fucking her trashing a company, I don't know if it's exactly comparable to a guy pulling a gun
in a road rage incident. Yeah, where did this all? Why did she use this? She should have just not responded to anything, and then her return to Twitter should have been that letter minus the Cash Wheeler shit, because that has nothing to do with you.
Return to what? What?
X. Sorry, Hairline.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, X, formerly known as Twitter. Okay.
Yeah, thank you for keeping it light,